Hello my lovely friends and happy Thursday. Today I'm doing a fun little Q&A and also a fall bucket list update. I know it's not completely winter yet, but you know, it's the Christmas season now, so it's officially winter to me. But I would just like to update you on that and then also answer some questions you guys submitted. Okay, so we're gonna start with a little bucket list update just to kickstart this video. So, there are definitely some things I completed and some things I did not complete. Let's start with what I didn't complete. We're gonna start with the bad news. So I did not wear every single one of my sweaters. That might have not been feasible, but I did not get to that goal. I did not carve a pumpkin. I did not read 6+ books. In fact, I read 5 books. So close, but I did not get that goal. I did not make or eat caramel apples, which was a really fun goal of mine that I really wanted to do. I love caramel apples. Maybe at some point I'll get to make them, but not this fall. Write thankfulness letters. I'm so sad that I did not do this one. I kind of just let it fly by me and I did not even take time to do it, but there's been a couple years in a row where I have written a letter to each of the people that I'm really thankful for, and I definitely sent text messages, but I didn't get to the intentionality of writing a letter to each person, which I'm sad about, but hopefully next year I can do it. Now for the things that I did complete. I'm very excited about all these. I'm satisfied with the things I was able to complete. I made some fall vlogs, which love that. I made pumpkin bread / pancakes. I never made bread, but I did make pancakes. That counts, right, you guys? I watched some spooky movies. I definitely grabbed this bull by the horns and I watched some spooky movies for sure. I watched Hocus Pocus 2, which wasn't the best. Watched Nightmare Before Christmas. Such a heartwarming movie. I love that movie. And then also watched A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place 2, and throughout this whole season I've been watching Unsolved Mysteries. So that was I feel like that was a really great group of media. I felt like everything went pretty good, except I really did not care for Hocus Pocus 2. Next, I dressed up for Halloween. I was Pepper Potts from Iron Man, and it was really fun. Did a fall photo shoot. I believe I just did this by myself. I don't know if I posted any pictures from that, but it was really fun. I went thrifting. I actually went, I think, the day before the first day of fall or on the first day of fall. One of those. Got a couple cute things, and that was really fun. Go to the corn maze. I actually got to go to the corn maze on my birthday, which was literally perfect. Besides Christmas and my birthday, corn maze is my favorite day of the year, so that was awesome. I got to drink hot chocolate. I definitely drink a lot of hot chocolate, and I'm still drinking hot chocolate, you guys. Let me tell you, if you like coffee and chocolate, Swiss Miss has a coffee hot chocolate. This is amazing. It has that little hint of like espresso taste, but it only has half the caffeine of an 8-ounce coffee, which is perfect for me because I go a little crazy when I have caffeine. Usually I drink decaf, but this has been so yummy. Paint my nails a fall color. I actually picked up a brown nail polish and it was so pretty. In fact, my nails are fall-y right now. I got them done like a week and a half ago. They're already chipping and they keep hooking in my hair. IYK. Get a pumpkin Starbucks drink. If any of you watch this vlog right here, you know that I got a fall Starbucks drink and it was horrid. It was disgusting. It was the apple spice or something like that. Oh, it tasted like if you were to get like an apple Jolly Rancher or an apple lollipop. It was horrid. I also did, I believe, get a pumpkin spice Starbucks drink. I think I got a pumpkin frap. That was also gross. And I think I learned that I don't like pumpkin or fall drinks. I also don't even like pumpkin pie, so that could have been a telltale, but I still tried it. Okay, and that is the end of my bucket list. Now we can get into this Q&A. Let's do it. Okay, so I asked you guys on YouTube community posts and then also on Pinterest for questions for this. So if you would like to participate next time I do this, make sure to be subscribed to the channel so you can see my posts, and then also follow me over on Pinterest to see my posts there also. So my first question is from Maya, and she said, what's your favorite Christmas movie? And this is so hard because we watch the same movies every year. I don't feel like I have an absolute favorite, But ones that we watch the most are Home Alone, Home Alone 2, Elf, you know, the classics. Christmas with the Cranks is okay. And that's pretty much all I watch. I mean, I can't think of anything that really sticks out to me. Next, she asked, what's your favorite cookie? Guys, I love chocolate chip cookies, but they can't be crunchy. I do not get you crunchy people. I like soft cookies, like the American cookies from the mall. They're my favorite. I get the sugar cookie there though, with the pretty sprinkles on it. So those would have to be my two favorites. Okay, Rachel asked, a book you want to read next year. So my TBR is about as big as the group of books that I have read this year so far, but I know a book I will probably be reading this next year. If I can't read it this month, better than the movies. Next, she asked, favorite movie from this year. Okay, I've watched a lot of series, but I feel like a movie that has really stuck out to me was A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place 2. Those are like thrillers without like the nasty demonic, satanic. There was literally no language at all in the first movie. In the second, I think there was 3 words in the entire movie right in the beginning. So I was very happy with that. But I feel like I've gone to see some more movies this year. I just can't think of it. I think I went to go see... I honestly can't remember what I had for lunch yesterday, so A Quiet Place was really good. She also asked, what are some of my favorite Christmas traditions? Okay, so we usually go see some grandparents around Christmas. One thing I really like to do is one of my grandmas has a Christmas cookie contest, and the fun part is everybody's looks really nice as they're decorating, but after they come out of the oven, they look like trash. They look horrible. So that's the fun part. Everybody's like, oh, Uncle Dan's is the best, or Josh's is the best, and they come out looking like balloons with sprinkles on them. So that's the fun part. I really like that tradition. Also, something we do around my house is we get a personalized ornament every year. So we have like little character ornaments, and they have all the years, all the way from before my brother was born. So we have tons. We have to have like 17 ornaments. And so, oh, my necklace. That's really cool, and I think it's really cute. Also, on my dad's side of the family, we play White Elephant, which is always fun. And nobody ever wants to get the gender reveal gum. Nasty. Okay, next questions are from Naomi, and she said, what is your favorite book of the Bible? And I believe my favorite book of the Bible would be Isaiah. I always say if I was stranded on an island and I can only have one book of the Bible, it would be Isaiah, because the gospel is shown throughout that book. There's prophecy, the Holy Spirit is talked about, Father, Son. It's like a lot of really good topics are packed into Isaiah. A lot of good doctrine, just the explanation of the gospel. I love that book, and I think a close second would be Romans. And why is that my favorite? I just explained that. Top 3 favorite books of all time. This is very hard for me to say. I feel like I kind of just got back into reading this year, so it'll be probably something from my books this year. I love the entire Selection series. I also love the whole Inheritance Game series. But some books that I've read a while back that I really like were To Best the Boys. Any Rachel Hawk books, the ones I've read are The Memory House, The Love Letter, The Wedding Dress, and The Writing Desk. Those were all really good. I don't know, see, this is hard. Like, I can't really pick one that I, you know, pinpoint as my very, very favorite. But my very favorite Christian book that I have read so far, besides the Bible, of course, is Friendish by Kelly Needham. Cannot recommend enough. Go buy it right now. It's amazing. Her next question was favorite movies, which I kind of just listed, but kind of just in general, my favorite movies. I have a very hard time with movies. I really like shows, but as for movies, I really do like the Marvel movies. I like the ones before when, what's his name? The Boss Man? This guy, I don't know, I don't remember his name. Before he died, I liked those. I feel like they were a lot more pure. Like, the Doctor Strange movie that came out this year was, I feel like I've said this 7 times in this video, but it was horrid. Literally satanic, demonic, cultish, 0 stars. And that was after he died. And it kind of went downhill because he died, and then Captain Marvel was in tribute to him. you know, this is just a Marvel person rant. But I really like the Iron Man movies. I also like the Ant-Man movies. Her last question was places you want to visit. Okay, I would love to be able to travel in America a little bit. I would love to visit Tennessee. Would love to visit Arizona. I lived all over when I was younger, so I've already been to these states, but I would love to go back. I really like New Jersey, but out of the country, I would love, I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to go to New Zealand and Australia. I feel like that would be so fun. Okay, next question is from Clara, and she asked what are my top 3 favorite Christmas songs. Number 1 is White Christmas. I love White Christmas. I think I've only had like one real White Christmas before, so it's just very special. Wishing for snow, and plus I just love the vibe of White Christmas. Love it, love it. And then I also like, I don't know, I feel like that's just my favorite. I can't think of any other ones that I particularly like, but I like the jazzy type ones. Like if you look up Christmas Coffee House Jazz, that is my playlist. I love that type of music. Next questions are from Samantha Alley. She said, what do you want to make your 2023 reading goal? That is a great question, to be honest. This year, I kind of set the bar low, knowing that I was just now getting back into reading, and my goal was 24. I actually met that goal a couple days ago, so woo woo. Still have a month left of reading to do. I think I will probably set it, oh, is this ambitious? I think I'm gonna set it to 35 this year. My friend, actually, Samantha, set her reading goal to what, 50, and she made it to, she's at like almost 90 now. So props to her, but I could never. So I think I'll probably set it at 35, maybe 30, 35. She also asked if you had to move to another state, which would it be? So the states that I really loved living in were Tennessee, Arizona, yeah, Tennessee, Arizona, probably something with a mid climate. I don't know if I can really do cold or super hot like New Mexico or anything. Actually, it snows in New Mexico, so I'm not sure, but somewhere mid, kind of like somewhere in the south probably. And then her last question was, oh wait, there's 2 more. Favorite Starbucks drink. Okay, so usually what I get is I'll get a grande mocha frap with whipped cream and chocolate, or I'll get a strawberry frap with 3 pumps of vanilla and then some sweet cream and vanilla powder, and it's like really yummy. It's like, and then I get chocolate on top, and it's like a chocolate strawberry. It's super good. And then her last question was a book that made me cry. That's hard because I feel like I don't get super emotional, but oh, The Raft. The Raft made me cry, and it was not a happy cry. And I cry more happy cry than sad cry. Like if I'm watching a really sad movie, I would be more likely to cry over a really happy reunion than, I don't know, a death of a loved one or something like that. That sounds really cold, but that's just how my emotions work sometimes. And The Raft definitely did that to me. The Raft was shocking, super short read, recommend. Okay, next question is from Mikara. Hopefully I'm saying that right, Mikara. And she said, have you been homeschooled since kindergarten? And yes, I have. I have only set foot in a public school to go check on a hedgehog. Don't ask. I've been homeschooled all my life, and that was because my dad had a claims adjusting job where he had to move around the US, so we were in an RV and I had to do school in the RV. Next question is from Zoe, and she said, favorite way to study the Bible? I actually have a new method I've been using that I really like. I'm using the Serendipity Bible, which I don't usually use. Usually I just use the normal ESV, and I think it's NIV, and it's a group Bible. It's for groups, but because it has questions on the side, that's why it's for groups. But I love that there's deep questions on the side. I can answer them as I'm reading, or I'll usually read the whole passage and then answer questions on paper. Really makes me think, and I love it. She also said different journals and devotionals that you like to use. Let me go grab some for you. Okay, as for journals, I don't usually use anything special. I just use a little notebook that I have on hand. But as for devotionals, this is one that I really love. It's so old and vintage, but it's called Each New Day by Corrie ten Boom. This one has to be a vintage version. I ripped it. And then when it comes to the Christmas season, I read The Dawn of Redeeming Grace by Sinclair B. Ferguson. This is one of the best devotionals I've ever read. Love this one. It's so scripture centered and it's talking about just the birth of Jesus. And I highly recommend you getting this one. I will be reading this every year. Next question is also from Zoe, and she said, favorite book of the Bible, which is Isaiah. Favorite verse is Ecclesiastes 3:11, and shame on me, I have not completely memorized it, but it's just talking about God's timing. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Also, he has put eternity into man's heart so that he cannot find out what God has done from the beginning to the end. Her next question was hopes and dreams for the future. This is really hard because I've really been trying to put my future into God's hands, but some hopes and dreams would to definitely be get married one day and have kids one day, be able to settle down. I really want to be my own boss. I don't really know what that's gonna look like yet, but I do know I want my own business. I want to go to college, and I want a corgi, a little chubby, short corgi. Goals. She also asked, when did you feel your deepest connection with God? And I'm not sure how to answer this question because I don't know if I can pinpoint a singular time when I felt the most connected to him. I feel like I feel connected with him a lot. There's definitely on and off times for sure when I feel farther from God, when I feel like I'm not in my Bible as much, when I'm not praying as much. But he's definitely worked in my life a ton. 2021 was a year when he really taught me a lot, and so I did feel very close to him that year because he was convicting me of so much, which both hurts and I love it because it's helping me to become more like him. But he's taught me a lot this year also, so I feel like there's many times when I feel close and connected with him. Next question is from a godly Gen Z gal. Do you like to drive / do you have your license? Yes, I do. I love driving so much. It's kind of funny. I never drove machinery or golf carts or anything when I was younger. A little bit, but not a ton. My brother was usually the one to do that. So I wasn't really nervous for driving, but just I felt so about it. And I love driving so much. It's so convenient. It's so fun to be able to just say, hey mom, do you mind if I go to lunch with my friend? Or hey mom, I'm gonna go to church early. It's very nice. I love it. I love my little truck. It's so cute and fun. And yeah, I love it. She also asked, how many siblings do you have? I have one brother. He is pretty much 2 years younger than me. We get that we're twins sometimes. He looks a lot like me. And yeah, I only have one. I do have 3 that I will get to meet in heaven, which is really exciting, but I do have 1 on this earth. Her last question is, do you pray for your future husband? And the answer is 100% yes. When I think about him, it's not every night, but when I do think about him and his heart and just who I know God will have in store for me, I do pray for him. I pray for his safety. I pray that God will protect his eyes and his ears and what he says and what he thinks about and his, hi mom, and his heart and all that. And I just can't wait to meet him one day. Next question is from Jojo, and she said, chocolate or vanilla ice cream? Chocolate all the way, girl. Next question is from Olivia Lindsay, and she said, what made you start your channel? At first it sounds very shallow, but I promise there's a meaning to it. It was April of 2020. I was extremely bored, okay? I was like, Mom, can I start a YouTube channel? And I was actually not allowed to have a YouTube channel until I was 16, but I had been asking since before I was 14. And so when COVID hit and we were stinking bored, I asked and my mom said sure, and my parents said sure, and I was very excited to have a platform to be able to share my faith, what Jesus has done in my life, just to share Bible videos, and also just for people to be able to keep up with what's going on in my crazy life. And I just wanted to make connections with people and tell other people about Jesus, and so that's why. Also, Olivia Lindsay has a really cool Bible channel. You should search up her name and check out her channel because I thought it was really cool. And that is all the questions for today. So fun. I feel like this was one of my longer Q&As, but thank you for sticking around. Comment the little sun face emoji if you got to the end. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next week. We have a really exciting video coming up. It's a collab. I'm sure you kind of suspected that from one of my community posts that you helped pick the title of. So excited for that. It's going to be coming out soon, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.